Oh my god. How long was I muted? Please tell me I wasn't muted this whole damn time. Oh my god, I'm gonna watch this footage back. And I'm gonna shoot myself in the fucking... Oh. That's great. That is the second... Well, no, okay, the first time was not my fault. The first time was not my fault. It was a issue that OBS had with recording my mic. Technically, it had an issue recognizing my mic was the problem. I don't know what the fuck happened with it, but it just wouldn't register. And I didn't notice until after my stream. And this time, it was just muted. Muted the whole fucking time, I think. Ooh, Feral White. Not too bad. Brother. Yeah, man, the Desert City is so cool. It is so cool. It is one of my favorite places in Navezgane. I cannot believe that just fucking happened. I am still on that shit. Alright, let's get him with 2 hits. 1, 2. Oh, he's feral. You know, I was going to stream for like 3 hours tonight, but I think I'm just going to, yeah, I think I'm just going to go to sleep. Yep, done. Forever. That was mind-blowing. I really hope it wasn't the entire stream, but I think it was. Ooh, Big Mama dropped a loot bag. And I will gladly take the rest of that. Okay, well, since I don't know what you guys heard or did not hear, I think that is fucking great. Basically, Desert City fun. I like it a lot. The title of this one's going to be just don't even fucking bother. Or it happened again. Or I am sick of this shit happening. Why won't I check my settings? Or do any pre-testing? Damn! That... Well, you know what? Honestly, it is what it is. I can keep going on about it, but at the end of the day, it's not going to make it any less muted in the beginning of the stream, so we might as well carry on, have a good time, right? Okay, where'd you drop down to? I don't know what the hell Skinny Pete and a cop were doing in the bathroom together, but you know what? You guys live your best life, man. That is really all I can suggest. Well, I can definitely hear him banging on shit, so... Alright, let's back up. I don't want a repeat of the hospital. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3 down. Let's go ahead. Let's take care of our stats real quick while that zombie beats on whatever it is they're going to beat on. Let's regroup. Alright. Duffel bag. Those can have some fucking bones in it. Yeah, that was it, because I started at the top. I worked my way down. Okay, here it is. I'm like, where the fuck's the main stash? Ooh, nice. You guys are... Okay, so the weighted head mod is my favorite mod for the sledgehammer, through and through. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but the problem with it is, you know, your sledgehammer or whatever you put it on will deteriorate faster. And it's not that it makes it deteriorate faster, it's that you just typically, if you have that on, you don't have the other mod that makes it so your degradation's slower. But realistically speaking, I mean, I would much rather repair my sledgehammer five times in a in-game day than have to worry about not knocking people down or not taking care of zombies. Like I said, let's get our stats up, because I was not paying attention to that at all. I was just zoning out, having fun. I was talking my ass off. But, yeah. Memorial Plaza. Okay, so these are different plazas. They're... Oh, it's like the... Alright. So it's not... I mean, it is a POI because it's a place. It is a point of interest. It's just not like a dungeon style or anything of any real merit. So I will say that if you're still watching at this point, thank you tremendously. I mean, you guys didn't know I was talking for the longest time. So if you are watching up to this point, I appreciate it. But, no, one thing I am really excited for is the trailer for the Desert Storms and the Plague Spitter just dropped today. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The Sandstorm looks badass. It's going to wreak havoc with the graphics card. I'm going to have to get a much better graphics card to stream and upload to YouTube and just fucking play this game. So I am going to have to upgrade for it, but honestly, I think it's worth it. The Sandstorm is pretty much spot on. I lived in the Mojave Desert for a number of years, and the entire time I was there, it was just fucking dust bunnies and sandstorms and little dust devils and all that shit. So I am very much eager to actually play it. Yeah, we got time. Fuck it. Actually, you know what we should do right now? Let's go ahead. It's almost nighttime. And as much as I don't want to run around and harvest wood, I would much rather take care of that now. And then what we're going to end up doing in the future, because I really don't want a block of time like this to be focused on gathering wood. I mean, I kind of built this whole run around not wasting this kind of time. What we're going to do as we go through the city is all of these little pieces of deadwood, we're going to stop and pick up. So it should be a pretty seamless flow. Instead of just a chunk of time like this. But realistically, I'm not doing too much to the house. Or where I'm currently, living or whatever. And I don't believe that I'm really going to do that much of a complicated base for the Day 14 Horde. Now, if we end up doing a Horde every 3 days... I'm so sorry about that. If we do end up doing a Horde every 3 days, then what we will end up doing is having a more intricate base. Something with a lot of room, kind of like the parking garage here. Might end up converting something like this, or maybe even Moe's, over to a base. But I am trying to not have to worry about that too much. Oh, he's feral. Yeah, things like this I don't mind picking up. I don't need a ton of wood. I mean, I've said it already, and I'll keep saying it. I do not need a ton. The biggest thing that I will need, not doing a ton of crafting and not focusing on a ton of base building, what I will need is a good amount of cobblestone. And so far, I'm not finding nearly as much as I was hoping I would. And that's pretty problematic. So I am really not going to be building any bases. And as far as like the forge and crafting, crafting something like a steady amount of forged iron, we might end up having to do a little bit of that because well, I'm not finding a ton. And again, I'd like to point out that this isn't a no crafting challenge. It's just not something I'm wanting to spend a ton of time on. So I don't feel like I'm cheating by, like right now I'm going around and chopping wood. Like, that's not cheating. I was always going to have to collect wood. Like, you can't play this game and not collect some amount of resources. What I was really, really hoping to do was limit the amount of time that I was doing this. That's what my goal has always been. It's like, okay, how can I play this while doing the most amount of exploration and the least amount of all that boring crafting shit. And again, if you're a person that likes the crafting aspects of this game, I'm not trying to like diminish how you feel about it at all. I'm just saying it ain't for me. You know, it's not for everybody. And I'm just one of those people that, like, I think that there are so many great aspects to this game that you don't really need to like focus on that in particular. Like people that make those mega bases, that's so cool. But they also mine for like 8 hours of IRL time. And I don't have time to do that shit. All right, so we got some trees planted out here, which is nice. And actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea to just go like this little path, that little path, and maybe right here, some trees, because it shouldn't obscure my vision too much. I'll let him become a runner. We'll give him a little bit of hope, a little bit of happiness. Come on, Kenny. And then all I gotta do is pop this down right here. But now that I have some wood, I can upgrade these. There we go, right as rain. And by the way, the great thing about this style is they can still hop up here and then they still jump over. This isn't meant to like completely keep them off, otherwise I'd have to do it too high. This is, they can still get up here. It still provides a way so they're not banging on my fucking gates and my windows and shit down there. But even if they do break in the bottom, like I have this. I have time to react to whatever decides it wants to come by. See, and still, he's still banging on the shit. It's really annoying because they act like they don't have a way up to me. It's got to be something about just the design of this building that fucks with their pathing. Or maybe if I put like actual stairs in here. Oh, you know what? That might be it. Let me try this. That might be it because they only jump one and that's technically too high. So let's do it this way. So that way it's easy. And that should fix their pathing. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Let's test it out with Big Boy. No. Let's remove this. Okay. Alright, so me removing that one block helped. Boop. It's that simple. Just a little boop. Just rinse and repeat. I mean, realistically, I don't love this design. This is also not going to be like a horde base setup. I don't like this design for a multitude of reasons. But the biggest one being if I wanted to like call zombies over or whatever, it's kind of a pain in the ass to wait for one. When there's like 5 of them, it does help out. It does spread it a bit to where I'm not feeling like I'm constantly on the verge of dying. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get some... We're good on meat. Let's get some murky water going. And then I think I have more murky water over here. Yeah, 28. Or 20. Son of a bitch. I need my coal. Let's go to water. That's going to be 19 minutes. Alright, that's fine. Cook 38. So this will just be going the whole time. That's fine. That's cool. And I like shutting that because it still lowers my my visibility. So if I am trying to like, if I have a lot of shit to sort through, or if I'm just getting bombarded by zombies and I don't have a second, then closing that does help increase my stealth. So that's always nice. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to go through this real quick. Grab all of the food. Nope, don't need painkillers. Grabbing all of the food, the water, everything like that. The beer. Obviously, I'm keeping those on me. I'll put that in there. I don't need to carry that with me anymore. Need that as well. That should be all the food. If it's not, I'll figure it out. See, we're pretty good on food. I'm gonna actually have to move like the food and then the drinks because we have a good amount. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and do resources. Nope. Resources are in this one. Yes. And yes, I know you don't have to tell me. I get it. I know that you can write on them so you know exactly what each one is, and I'm gonna do that. Grab the medicine. I'm gonna do that. That's probably something I'm gonna take care of tonight. Alright, let's go ahead and get modify. Okay, I already have the... See, I already have it in. I wasn't sure. That's perfect. I wish you could put it in twice. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab all the weapon stuff. And grab all the armor and apparel stuff. And I'll grab that as well. So yeah, this is how I set up my bins. I find that it just makes... I'm not doing anything with chemistry, so I don't even need that. And then I left my gold. I was so pissed off because I was like, I brought my silver but not my gold. So that was frustrating. Yeah, I'm not doing shit with the chemistry set, so it's kind of pointless. Stone shovel. I'm gonna keep it. I don't need to scrap it. I'm not gonna be using it a ton, but I'll be using it enough to justify keeping it. Okay, well, I'm going to take this second, and I really didn't want to have to do this anymore. I have this, like, wasted time, but because my mic wasn't recording, and I don't know how long it wasn't recording, I'm just going to briefly go over everything I talked about very quickly, which is just, thank you guys for checking everything out. I really appreciate it. I'm excited for this run. It is something I haven't done. I haven't done the Desert City, and I feel like this is a really, really solid run. I know it's only day 10. I know it's a lot can change, you know, very, very quickly. But ultimately, I feel like we're going through it at a good pace. I feel like we're definitely going to be able to clear the city. The bigger POIs, like the Dishong Tower, are going to be difficult. And some of the other skyscrapers are going to be difficult. But overall, I don't really see us... If we don't make any dumb decisions, I really, really feel like we can do this. I feel like it's attainable, and that's really nice. I also talked about Ghost Town and how that was kind of for me. I know that wasn't something you guys were really happy to see, but look, it's over. It is done. We're not going to be a ghost town. We're not going to be leaving the city ever again until we either die or we complete our challenge. But this is it, guys. This is home. For the next 21 days, 20, however many, the next 28 days, this is home. This is what we're doing. We are going to cleanse the entirety of the map. And you see that we've already gotten some of these smaller POIs done. All right. I feel like we actually did more. I feel like we did the I'm just going to mark this because it's essentially one whole thing. I mean, I could go through and mark all of these off. But no, this is a lot of fun. I know it's something that I've been dying to do forever, so I'm excited that I finally have a way to do it where I'm including you guys, and this just, it's really cool. I hope you guys are feeling the same way. You know, if you guys are bored or if you guys want to quicken the pace, we can do that. One of the things I talked about was that one of the things I wanted to talk, or I tried talking about earlier, but apparently my mic wasn't recording, was that I'm gonna bring this up in the beginning of the next video because that's where most of the people, you know, obviously watch. But no, I really think that if you guys want to go to Horde every few days, I feel like we can do that. I don't feel like it's gonna break the game for me. I don't feel like it's impossible. I feel like I can do that and continue to clear out the Desert City. So that it's something to think about. If you guys are really wanting me to if you guys are really wanting me to increase either the difficulty or increase the frequency of the hordes or increase the, you know, whatever, like, just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the suggestions if you're watching this on Twitch. And I am incredibly open to all of that. I think I think there are some things that we could do and other things that I'm not entirely sure I would want to do. But I'd be alright with it, at least trying it out. And if it's like, fuck, I don't want to lose this run, you know, maybe we could change it back. But the shitty thing about doing something like that is all it takes is to fuck up one POI and that run is dead. I played permadeath. Once I'm dead, the run's over. Oh shit, that's what I was gonna do. So I would prefer to not do it that way. It's definitely something we can talk about. Definitely something we can look into. I think increasing the frequency of the hordes would make it more interesting because it would evenly pace everything up. You know, it wouldn't make every single zombie a runner or a sprinter or running at nightmare. It wouldn't make it all the hardest difficulty, but it would give me substantially more XP than I would normally get, which would level me up faster. But the nice thing about doing it that way is if I just increase my XP multiplier to like 2 or up to like 200%, then every zombie is going to be, you know, plus 200%. And I feel like that is kind of horseshit. Unless that's how I start off, which I wouldn't mind starting off that way, but I don't know about, oh my god, I have just enough. Okay, then I think duct tape, that, and maybe glue, maybe cloth, leather for sure. Iron sledgehammer level 2. Let's go ahead and craft that. That's damn near all of my... Okay, what do I need for a forge? It's going to be at home, I believe. Do I not even have it? Yeah, I don't even have it unlocked to craft. That's how little I've been focusing on that shit. Okay, well, there's a Crack-a-Book right there. I'm sure we'll find Forged Ahead books. But either way, I'm glad I have my iron sledge. Makes me happy. I think it's great. I think all of it's great. I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. But I am going to call it for the night. Like I said, I was going to stream longer. I might get off for a little bit and then do a shorter stream later. I don't know. I typically try to do it from, 4 a.m. to 4 a.m. I'm not entirely sure what the rest of the night is going to call for. But if I do get back on, I will let you guys know. Sorry that the beginning of this was messed up. And I will, as always, catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Bye.